Multi-award-winning blockbuster musical Hamilton is heading to Melbourne next year. The show has proved a huge draw since its Australian premiere earlier this year in Sydney. And now the production will head to Her Majesty's Theatre in the Victorian capital next March. If you haven't seen it, here's some of what you can look forward to.
Leading the cast will be Jason Arrow, who plays Alexander Hamilton, and he joins us now from Sydney. Jason, good morning. I feel like I'm making you do some work listening to your songs again.
No, I was actually just running through it in my mind. It's a habit of mine.
Do you know how many times you've sung that now?
We're actually close on to 100 shows soon. So I think in a couple of weeks we'll have done 100. So yeah, near on 100 times, like maybe 80 something.
Well,
high 80s.
Congratulations. It's been fantastic. I've had the privilege of seeing you on stage, and to think that you're now coming to Melbourne. How does the cast feel about that?
We're very excited. I mean, a lot of our cast is from Melbourne originally, so they're looking forward to getting home and seeing family and friends. And I lived in Melbourne for a while as well before moving over here for the show. So we're really excited to get to Melbourne in the Madge, which I'm really excited to get back to because that's where I did my first show. So I'm really looking forward to playing there.
Oh, wonderful. One of the things about Hamilton coming to Australia, of course, is that you were the only Hamilton performing around the world. It was such a big deal. I just want to play our audience a little message you sent out recently.
Mm-hmm. Hi, it's Jason here with the Australian cast of Hamilton. We would like to send our congratulations, our love and support to our Ham fam on Broadway and West End. We know that you have been waiting to open up, and we are so excited for you to get back to work and do what you love doing. To our Hamil fans overseas, we can't wait for you to get back into the theatre and enjoy the show that you love so much. It's going to be so special. Live theatre really is a special thing. But don't take my word for it.
Gives me goosebumps every time I watch it, Jason. But have you felt the pressure that comes with being the only Hamilton on stage around the world?
Look, I wouldn't necessarily say pressure. We've just, we've been inundated with love and support from our Ham fam overseas. So we felt like we had to reciprocate that and, give them that back. And just, we're so excited for them to get back into the theatre doing what they love to do every day. It's, I wouldn't necessarily call it daunting or anything like that. It's been an honour, actually.
Hey, one of our audience members, a 10-year-old called Blake, wants to know how long it took you to learn all of the words, because it's 144 words a minute of rapping and singing, and it's just extraordinary. How long did it take you?
Look, well, we were in rehearsal for about 6 weeks, which is actually doesn't seem like a long time, but for music theatre in Australia, we usually only have like 4 or 5 weeks to put something together, so it is a little bit longer than usual. It did take a minute, I'm not going to lie, but it's lucky that all the songs are so catchy, so that's actually helped a lot with getting everything into my head.
It just looks exhausting, though.
It can be. Look, it's just one of those shows. It's such a juggernaut, and it's action from the beginning all the way through to the end. So you just have to stay invested as much as you can, and then at the end of the show you go, oh, I'm actually a little bit tired.
Well, we thank you for coming on News Breakfast. But how's it changed your life? And have you been surprised at the intensity of the fandom?
Yes, yeah, I have. I mean, after every show, my inbox is just flooded with, messages of support and love, and people saying how much they enjoyed the show, and, people likening me to Lin, which is always amazingly flattering.
And this is Lin-Manuel Miranda, for those who had the original role and wrote the musical. Do you hear from him?
We do, yeah. I think the last time we spoke to him was probably about 3 weeks ago. So as we were getting into the, into the thick of it, starting to get into more of a routine, and he was, giving us advice, saying, look, we need soldiers, not heroes. So don't feel like you have to push through if you're feeling unwell. It's better to stay home and rest. Get that rest. Don't feel like you always have to go out or anything like that. Just do what your body needs to get back into the theatre and do what we love to do.
How have COVID restrictions changed the interaction you're able to have with the audience?
So at the moment we're currently unable to do stage door, which is a little upsetting because we don't get to have that interaction with the audience after and have photos or sign any programs or anything like that. Just because obviously we're being as diligent as possible because we're still living in that world at the moment.
Yeah. Got a favourite song?
Favourite song? I've got 3. Is that okay?
Yeah. Tell me which one.
So My Shot is definitely the first one, not to be biased or anything. Then I love Wait For It. I love listening to Wait For It because just the way it's put together and the way that it's constructed lyrically and especially musically as well, it calls to me, and Lyndon performs it so well. And Burn as well, Chloe's amazing when she sings that. The way that she acts it and puts it forward is just so great.
It's such a treat for audiences if they haven't seen it. I'm sure there's a million things you still have to do. I'm glad that coming to Melbourne is one of them. Jason Arrow, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me. Look forward to seeing you.